Hello everyone, welcome back to another Anime Vanguards video. Today I'm giving you all 16 tips for Anime Vanguards that'll surely help some of you beginner players out. Before we get into it, make sure to like the video, it helps out a lot more than you think. But now that I've said that, let's get right into it. Tip number 1 is to get the Fortune trait on Takarota and Speedwagon. Now this is essential for mid to end game because Fortune will increase the amount of yen they make by 20%. This will increase Takarota's 10,000 yen per wave to 12,000 yen per wave, which will also increase Speedwagon's 2,550 yen per wave to 3,060 yen per wave. I would highly recommend getting these traits on 2 of these units as soon as possible because it does help out a lot. Tip number 2. Now this is going to sound contradictory to the first tip at first, but save your trait rerolls. Now I say this excluding getting Fortune on Speedwagon and Takarota, but to put it simply, most units you're going to come across are not worth the trait rerolls. However, if you do have some units that are listed here, I would recommend rolling on them. Tip number 3, make sure to go around collecting milestones. This will include your unit collection milestones, enemy index milestones, and then lastly, level milestones. These all give a large amount of gems, and some of them will also give trait rerolls. For reference though, just including the rare, epic, legendary, and mythic unit collection milestones, you can claim just about 12,400 gems, which is pretty much for free. Tip number 4, complete as many story stages as possible. Now, while you want to try to do as many story stages on the Nightmare difficulty as possible, if you do need to switch to the normal difficulty, that is perfectly fine. But the reason you want to clear as many as possible is so you unlock the stages for the challenge game mode, giving you more options when the challenges refresh. Now, I'll actually consider this a tip 4.5, but do the challenges. Check for when they refresh and try to do the Essence Stones challenges when they refresh to an easy stage. Tip number 5, use the selection banner. This is absolutely crucial to avoid waiting for hours on end for a specific unit to appear on the banner. The selection banner allows you to choose one unit to appear on the middle of the banner, giving it a 50% chance to pull when you do get a mythic. Some units you could try to go for are Ackers, Gearboy, or Soul Bad Guy, but I do have a video for some beginner units, which I'll include the link in the description. Tip number 6, complete the achievements. Trust me, these give a lot of gems and trait rerolls, and the easiest achievements to knock out of the way first are clearing stages on the Nightmare difficulty, which relatively has no difficulty until the Shibuya stages. So you can clear 3 stages worth of Nightmare levels for 3 sets of achievements easily. Tip number 7 is to use the AFK chamber overnight or when you aren't grinding. The AFK chamber is an excellent way to get event currency as well as gems. Now this actually ties into my next tip very well, but the AFK chamber is a great way to get unit duplicates off of the event banners. Now tip number 8, use the fusing feature to level up your units. Now this ties in to the previous tip well because AFKing in the time chamber gives you plenty of event currency, meaning plenty of event unit duplicates. With just 13 exclusive units, you can fuse them into one unit all the way from level 1 to 60, maxing out the unit's level just like that. Tip number 9, check the events tab constantly, as well as the calendar for upcoming events. Make sure to read the descriptions of each and every current event and the upcoming events, because some of them actually have some really good benefits. Some double the event currency gain, while others will double shiny odds. And then some of the more basic ones are just quests for clearing stages to earn tokens, which will buy additional rewards, such as familiars or trait rerolls. Tip numero 10 is to read the passives of every unit you're using. What makes Anime Vanguards diverse from many other tower defense games on the Roblox platform is the way that passives are used. Passives completely make or break a unit in this game for some cases, and that's why I recommend for you to read and understand how each unit works so you can use them to their fullest potential. An easy example is the Vegeta unit, whose passives are very straightforward, but make him a diverse unit. One of the passives doubles his damage when he's damaging a single target, and the other will lower his cooldowns if the only units in range are other Vegeta placements. This differentiates himself from other units and gives him a specific purpose as a boss killer unit. So yet again, read them passives, not all of them are as straightforward as that. Tip number 11 is to use the synthesis feature. If you're struggling on getting legend stage items to evolve a unit, then the synthesis feature is going to be your best friend here. The synthesis feature takes 2 of any legend stage item and converts it into any 1 legend stage item of your choice. Do note though that new items are not added into the synthesis feature until the next update, so any items to evolve any 8.0 units would not be added until 8.5. I do highly recommend playing the first Naruto legend stage to grind materials to synthesize, since that stage is the easiest legend stage and it drops 2 items. Tip 12 is a very simple one, but it kinda ties into evolving units, which is to get decent stats on a unit before evolving them. This is because evolving a unit will increase the stat ranks by 1 in each stat category. For example, if a unit has all Z stats, upon evolution they will all be Z plus stats. Basically, the higher the stats are before evolution, the higher they will be after evolution. Tip 13 is to put on auto sell for rare, epic, and legendary rarities, which very self-explanatory, will automatically sell units of those rarities when summoning for units. This will automatically turn those units into gold, which gold is extremely essential for unit evolutions and crafting. I will say though, only do this after you've registered all units of those rarities into the unit index. Tip 14 is to use the dismantle feature when needed. Sometimes when doing challenges or grinding for resources, you're going to get more than enough of these little rainbow essence stones. If you do have a surplus of them, you can spend some gold to easily convert them into 15 green essence stones, which can then be used to craft other essence stones. Tip number 15 is to turn off any events such as the eclipse through the settings. In Update 8, a special 1% chance event was added per wave in-game to obtain the Griffith unit. However, this event can cause you to lose the game if it happens at an unfortunate time, so if you already have Griffith, you can turn off the eclipse event here in the settings. Now, tip 16 is for PC players exclusively, but it does help out a lot. Tip 16 is to use the keybinds. You can use number keys to place units, you can press T to upgrade, X to sell. Now this does seem like very basic knowledge that you'd think everyone would know, but I have to include this because of one person, and you know who you are. You know what, since you watched this far, a little bonus tip for you all. Stay away from PvP. I'll save you from a really long rant, but to summarize, it is the worst game mode in the game, and I'm baffled at how unfun it is. It is a new low for even Roblox standards, and nothing from that is actually worth grinding for except Lycan, but this video is for beginners, and beginners can't even start that bullcrap quest, which I'm not even gonna get into my rant about that quest. That can be saved for another day. So yeah, stay away from PvP. Anyway guys, those are all 16 tips I have for you. If anyone can think of more, I'll consider making a part 2 to this video. But until then, like and subscribe, join the Discord below, and before we end the video, a joke as always. My girlfriend borrowed $100 from me. 3 years later, after we separated, she returned exactly $100. I lost interest in that relationship. Anyway, have a great day, everyone. Good luck on the grind, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
My name is Fire.